Television has changed a lot since I was a boy, and believe me, that was a long time ago. In fact, can we even call it television anymore? Anyway, it was all free when I was a child, but there was still a price. Censorship, commercial interruptions, and of course, very limited viewing. 3 networks and a couple of local channels are all we had. Nowadays, of course, we have streaming services. They cost, but the amount of programming is, well, amazing. Now, if you really dig deep on these streaming services, you can find a lot of films that, up till now, have fallen into obscurity. Some are good, some are bad. I search these out and I call it stream hunting. Now, like many people, my viewing habits usually stay within my comfort zone, but I've attempted to change that. I do this by watching any film that pops up in my queue. This way, I see a lot of films that I wouldn't have normally seen. Just today, in fact, I saw a film on Amazon Prime called Tiffany Jones from 1973, and I decided to give it a view. Well, hello there, Old Man Kelly here, Jeff to my friends, and you can call me Jeff. So, Tiffany Jones, a 1973 British comedy film by Pete Walker. It's based on a comic strip of the same name that was published between 1964 and 1977 in something called The Daily Sketch. Now, apparently the comic strip contained a lot of sex and nudity, and for those who were a fan of the nudity in the comic, Pete Walker did his best to make sure they wouldn't be disappointed. It's the story of the young, beautiful, and smart Tiffany Jones, who was a fashion model in swinging London in the 1970s, while at the same time living a double life as a secret agent. Okay, I won't lie to you, it's a bad film. The humor for the most part falls flat, but if you're into seeing young blonde women completely naked, you might enjoy it. There's a lengthy yet pointless scene in which a half-dozen girls strip completely naked at a pool party, and that might be of a special interest to you. Nowadays, with nudity the norm on TV, it's probably not such a big deal, but in 1973, who knows? But if you're not into seeing bare breasts, then forget it. The film won't hold your attention. The film stars Anushka Hampel, who is very beautiful, of that there is no doubt. But her acting career wasn't all that impressive. She appeared in a few Hammer horror films, as well as a Russ Meyer movie. She had a small part in a James Bond flick, and did a ton of British TV work, including auditioning for the part of Jo on Doctor Who. But don't feel sorry for her that her acting career didn't turn out all that well, because she became a hotelier and designer. In fact, in 2002, she was ranked by Architectural Digest as one of the top 100 interior designers and architects in the world. She established 4 hotels, including the Blake Hotel in 1978, one of the world's first luxury banquet hotels, and the Hampel Hotel. So she did okay for herself. Now, I couldn't find many examples of the comic strip online, but according to Wikipedia, it is notable for being created by 2 female comic strip artists, Pat Torrett and Jenny Butterworth. Despite its feminist public image, the comic still provided some light erotic fan service. Like I said, Tiffany Jones was directed by a fellow named Pete Walker, whose other films include the masterpieces For Men Only, School for Sex, Cool It Carol, The Flesh and Blood Show, House of Whipcord, and House of Mortal Sins. Pete was never in danger of breaking box office records or winning awards, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the film didn't do well when it came out, and it pretty much faded into obscurity until Amazon dug it up. But the thing is, you know it's a British comedy film of the 1970s because the end of the film, spoiler, has Tiffany Jones running naked, just in panties, from a group of bad men. I mean, Benny Hill made a whole career out of that, didn't he? It's really hard to recommend this film. There's an historical part to it you might want to watch. I mean, you get to see London in the swinging 70s, and if you're a fan of those carry-on films, you might enjoy it. There's sort of an innocent fun to the whole thing, and it's definitely a product of its time, so there's that. Of course, if you're into seeing young girls' naked breasts, you might enjoy it as well. So anyway, this is Jeff. I'll be back soon with something else to talk about. Take it easy.